morning and welcome to another episode of Financial Freeway. I am your host, David Atwood, and thanks so much for checking out the show. Today I am driving to work with my Hidden Wonders mug, and we are Hidden Wonders, of course, is the theater in New Westminster, Vancouver, that was put together by my good friend Sean Farquhar. If you're in the area, go check out the show. It is a really amazing show. A lot of 5-star reviews from other places like Expedia and TripAdvisor, so make sure you check it out. And yeah, here's to you, Sean. Thank you so much. Today, what is going on today? Had some friends come over last night for dinner. I gotta tell you, it was so great. Good for the soul. We're talking about our travel plans, where we're going to be going in the next little while, what we're going to be doing. And me and Gabby will be heading off to Europe in a couple of weeks, and we're going to Croatia. We're going to the Dalmatian Islands, which is going to be pretty fun. We got a boat and we're going to be bouncing around the islands. It should be a good time. We're going to spend a couple of days in one of the villages or towns over there. I don't know. She's got the itinerary all for that. But the part I'm really looking forward to is we are going to be spending a night at Oktoberfest, people. Woohoo! And so that's exciting for me. I'm excited that I get a chance to do that. We're also going to be going to Salzburg, check out some castles in Germany, and then that's that for that trip. So we're pretty excited about that. And we have some friends from that live in Vienna. They were over last night for dinner, and we might be able to be meeting up with them in Munich. That would be a lot of fun. So today, one of the things I wanted to talk about was, I was thinking about this, was your investment strategy. Yesterday we talked about automating your investment strategy and setting yourself up. If you do $5 a day, great. If you can't, if you can kind of order out to $50 for a pay period, say you're on a bi-weekly situation where every second Friday or second Wednesday you get a paycheck, you can have it set up so $50 every second week goes in there, and that's palatable for most. But when it comes to investing, I want to say do what's palatable, do what you can afford, do what you can do. But there is an urgency to becoming financially free, and it's an urgency that keeps me going and keeps me driving every day, and going to a job and building a business on the side that I'm working on right now with Gabby, and investing, and there is this urgency for me with that financial freedom. And when it comes to saving, I kind of want the people who are listening and watching this to kind of have that same sort of urgency. You want to save just past the point of comfort. You want to invest that money into a really secure fund, but you don't want to do it to the point where it's, what I'm saying, maybe I should back up a bit. What I'm saying is, you should be saving, you should be sacrificing something. And if it's a coffee a day, then let that be your sacrifice. Let that be your sacrifice. And if it's a coffee a day, make it a coffee a day. And if you're having a coffee every single day, except for the Christmas day when they may close the coffee shop down for that one day, take your 364 coffees, multiply it by 4. Let's just say 300 coffees. Multiply that by 4. What are we looking at? We're looking at $1,200. Yeah, $1,200. $1,200, divide that by 12, $100 a month, $50 every pay period. There, done. It's kind of done, right? That's it. You're set. Your $50 a pay period should be something you should be able to do. But if you can do more, do more. If you can sacrifice something else. And when I say sacrifice, I mean sacrifice the concerts, sacrifice, for a couple of years anyways. And that's the thing. If you can sacrifice for the first little bit, for those first 2 years, if you can dig down and sacrifice, and maybe, you're not going to be going to restaurants for 2 years, or maybe you're not going to be going out to karaoke night and having a couple of pints with the boys. Maybe it's going to be worth it. Actually, no, it's not maybe. It will be worth it. You will be setting yourself up for the most amazing life if you can do that. And the thing is, you can. Like, that's what when I talk to people about this, like, well, no one can do that. Like, anyone can do it. When I say you can go 2 years without spending money, people are like, oh, no, you can't. There is no way. You can't expect people to go 2 years without spending money. You did it before you were 14. You went years without spending money before you became an adult. For some reason people think, oh no, you have to. The reality is, no, you don't. There's a lot of things raccoons everywhere. I like to say raccoons sleeping on the road. Ugh, looks like a couple were trying to cross the highway. Not pleasant. You can sacrifice. You can do it. Are you willing to do it? And you will really appreciate your working out when you're old. When you're young and you're working out, you don't appreciate the next day as much as you do when you're older. When you're older, you really appreciate that you took care of yourself when you were young. It's the same thing with financial health. If you put the money away, you save, you invest, and I am not talking about a crazy investment. I'm not talking about gambling it on a single stock. I'm talking about just simply putting into a mutual fund. I don't know much about mutual funds. I like to do ETFs, which is it's an index fund. I personally like to do that. You put that away. You take 2 years out of your life and you forego vacations for 2 years. You forego steak for 2 years. You don't go to any Lilith Fair concerts, festivals. You don't go to Sunfest. You take those 2 years, and the only time you see the inside of a restaurant, and I love this line, the only time you see the inside of a restaurant is when it's your second job. Do it for 2 years. Do it for 2 years and put that money aside, and you could set yourself up for a beautiful, comfortable retirement and never have to worry about it again. And so you take that $4 and you squeeze what you can out of it. If you can do $5 a day, do that. If you can do $10 a day, do that. Because you're not hurting anything. You are just giving it to yourself into the future. And when it's in that savings account, you don't have access to it. It's not there. You're moving on. You forget you have that money. Just forget about it. Because if you, I know some people, and I've had this conversation with other people too, where they think of their RRSPs as a emergency fund, and that's not what that's for. You want to put that away and forget about it. So the point is doing it every day, making that sacrifice, but once you get into the habit of it, it becomes really easy. And after the 2 years, this is the great part of it, after those first 2 years are done and you've done and saving as much as money as you can, investing it into a simple indexed fund, for those first 2 years, you can start backing off a little bit. Now you can go on a trip. Now you can start building up that emergency savings account that you have set aside just in case, for some reason the company downsizes and you get laid off, or someone gets sick, or you get into a car accident or something like that. You've got a little bit of funds set aside for that. But get into the habit of making that something happen, and make it happen every day. And with the automation of the app that we were talking about on yesterday's show, it makes it easier than ever before to set yourself up that way. Set yourself up for success. And like I say, if you're in your 20s, God bless you for watching the show, because that you are really going to make some gigantic changes in your life if you're in your 20s. If you're in your 50s, late 40s, 50s, still start getting some money put aside. It's not too late. They always say the best time to invest was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. So get that money put aside, get set up, get those apps on your phone, start getting into the habit of actually investing and saving and putting it away. And after a while, you're gonna get to learn to have some real fun with it. Let's end it there. I got more to talk about, but let's save it for tomorrow's show. Thanks so much for downloading the show, watching us. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like, share with your friends, because we've got to get the good word out there. Help people, help the world. Have a great day. Safe. Don't buy that coffee. God bless.